So it's quite easy to talk about integrity, accountability, and transparency, and it's quite hard to prove it, especially a lot of us are newcomers to the table. So again, when you're asked a question, speak your mind. Let people know where you stand. I encourage dialogue. I've already prepared a website, as I've said. I've already answered a number of residents' questions through video blog. I'm already held accountable to my word on my website. And I encourage discussion. Again, please visit my website. This is my offer to you guys. I'm accountable and transparent in my own view, so or in your eyes, actually, directly from day one. So thank you very much.
As I mentioned earlier, I work for the federal government, and service standards and transparency was paramount. And I think what will happen come October 27th, when people cast their vote, you will see the people are demanding transparency, and that will show in the results. It's you people in the audience and those people that will vote that will make it happen. And it'll be either one of us five will be behind you 100% of the way to make sure it happens. Thank you.
3 areas. Auditor General Office becomes permanent, not a contract position. Andre Marin is reinstated as the ombudsman at no cost to the city. We don't need a third party investigating counsel. Marin will do it quite satisfactorily for you people. And the third one is a whistleblower protection. For those who aren't aware of the whistleblower, or what it's all about, is it's for staff and other counsel to be able to reveal to someone if there's some undoing in our processes within city staff. If somebody is taking gifts they shouldn't be taking, or whatever the case may be, we will have that avenue for them to vent those issues to that person without fear of reprisal from their immediate supervisor. I don't want to tie it into a new hiree. I want to look at some way of having that protection, possibly through the Auditor General's office or some other means. Thank you.
Thank you. One of the earlier questions this evening was, what was one of the most important issues in this election? And one of the comments was who the next mayor will be. What do you understand the role of mayor to be? And what do you think your role as councillor should be?
Okay, the mayor is obviously a leader of the council. His role is to make sure that we're united, trying to keep us together on the right, so that we don't fight amongst each other too much and try to get things done. That's his job, just to try to smooth everybody so that everybody votes in the right direction. And as a councillor, well, you're there to bring the issues of your ward to the front and make sure that if you have a constituent that brought you some issues, that you make sure that it's on the agenda and that you talk about it in council and take things seriously and vote in a manner that helps our community. I think that pretty much says what I want to say.
Thank you. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but City Council is about public service to me. And this, what we're about to form, is a board of directors. The mayor's duty is in concert with a proper, functioning, transparent board of directors. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, the job of mayor is to be the statesman and the spokesperson in the top position of the city with respect to aligning with the CEO of the office of the city as well. I do believe that. But it's a board of directors, and it must follow all those protocols that go with the board of directorship. Thank you.
I believe a mayoral candidate should be a passionate leader, should have a bigger vision for and that's not Brian Bigger, but a big vision for to sorry to generate great ideas and also promote accountability. As far as a ward councillor, definitely a strong team worker. We've seen some issues at current City Hall, and I mean, apart from accountability, transparency, and integrity, also an out-of-the-box thinker that is willing to work with council and is willing to think and work with others to find solutions. So it definitely has to be a teamwork right across the entire City Council. Thank you.
The mayor only has one vote, the same as all the councillors, and he only votes when there's a tie. But the mayor is the figurehead, and he should have proven leadership abilities. As far as working on as your councillor, I think I would work for the benefit of Ward 8 as well as the greater city of Sudbury to basically get the job done. Thank you.
Well, I guess that, excuse me, I guess it's a given that leadership is one of the qualities that we require of our new mayor, and I'm sure we'll get that. I think as a councillor and as with the mayor, I think there has to be a lot of collaboration. I don't think we can see the heavy-handedness or coming in and dictating to council as to what is needed. So I vision the mayor as somewhat of a conciliator and collaborator, bringing forward and listening to council, to his senior management, and to staff as to what should occur in the city. Yes, he has to have a vision, and yes, we have to, but he can't shove it down our throats, and there has to be more community involvement in that area to with some of the issues that we're bringing, that he or she is bringing forward.
It's readily apparent that many citizens of the city of Greater Sudbury have been very fortunate, but at the same time, all of us are aware, painfully so, of those of us who are not as fortunate. And the question is to the candidates, how do you propose to address the increasing number of homeless within the city of Greater Sudbury? This time I think we'll start at the end so that the people who have a little bit of time to prepare answers can freshen up a little bit.
An excellent question. I'm glad that was brought forward. It's always been my belief, and I'm sure the people in the room here also, that there's more to a city than just sidewalks and sewers and pavement. We have the less privileged, the disenfranchised that are here in our community. In recent discussions with the rooming house, regarding the rooming house that was just torn down on Pine Street, I think it caused the eviction of 40 people out of the rooming house. I was saying as for Sudbury Housing and that initiative, could we not build the same type of structure? A lot of these people don't need two-bedroom apartments or whatever, but a rooming house would get a lot of the people off and at much less cost to the city. So that's the big thing. The other thing is the emergency shelters in the winter coming in from the cold. We have to encourage and we have to have those more available to the public. Again, with no restrictions. Sometimes you go to one site and they say you're inebriated, you can't come in. And then you go to the other site, they say, well, you're not drunk enough, so go somewhere else, and they're left outside, and that's actually happened. So those are two of the things I want to look at.
There are the homeless, and there are a number of people in Sudbury that are one paycheck away from losing their homes. In Sudbury, we need to find a way to build more affordable housing for people. With the homeless people, we need to talk to their service providers and the homeless people to find out what we can do, how we can help, what the problems are, what the issues are, and take it from there. A lot of this is not going to be solved in one day or a year. They are very complicated issues, and they need to be addressed for the betterment of the city.
So while I agree with my fellow candidates here, I have to say that let's bring it back down to the basics. People who are homeless or less fortunate aren't that way because they choose to be that way. We have to create jobs. We have to have a bigger vision. Again, that's small b. But we have to have a vision to bring projects to Sudbury to create jobs, so that you know, we can attack the problem right from the bottom. And I mean, I definitely support all of the ideas to place supports for people that are less fortunate. But we have to do something about Sudbury, and we have to create jobs and make sure that people aren't in that situation to begin with. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefano. For me, this issue is a big one. I pledged on my material to be the voice of those issues at the council table. I live and breathe this daily, not just in Sudbury. I live and breathe it in North Bay. I live and breathe it in Manitoulin Island. I live and breathe it in Parry Sound. This is a deep issue. And I was about to say, you know, you can give the United Way, but I'm not going to go that far. But, you know, the great Janet Gasparini was that voice on the council table. That voice has been missing for some time, for the past 4 years particularly. I will pledge with the best of my ability to bring these issues to the forefront, not let them die, to be that active voice, Sudbury and beyond. So again, I do have the credentials to understand this issue and deal with these issues. I deal with it every single day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, as a business owner, I think to help the homeless people, we got to guide them, to help them find work. Guide them to the proper venues, the proper organizations, Sudbury VRC, Sudbury Vocational Center, that type of service. Help those kids or those people to understand that there's help over there and guide them in the proper direction. As a small business owner, I am constantly looking for people to work, qualified people that want to work, and so are my peers. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm actually very impressed. You guys have done a remarkable job to sort of outline the differences in your platforms and where they're similar. We had provided for an opportunity for closings, but because we took extra questions to make sure that everybody had a chance, are you okay if we invite you to limit your closings to 1 minute? When we had started, all of you had picked cards. Mr. Sizer, I'm not sure who picked your card, but you didn't have a very good hand. So we'll go in reverse order now, and the first person that would provide their closing statement would be Mr. Sizer. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone for attending, and thank you to the Greater Sudbury Taxpayers Association for providing this opportunity for us to all speak and clarify our positions. I have 37 years experience with the city. I have worked all my life helping and working with the people of the city, providing services, whether it be in hockey rinks, ski hills, cemeteries. I've done it all, swimming pools, etc. Not too much on the operations side. I am retired, I have a degree in political science, and I am willing and ready to work hard for each and every one of you in our ward without losing sight of the bigger, here we go with bigger, with the larger picture for the city of Greater Sudbury. Thank you.
Mr. Presenza?
I guess I created a little bit of a thing there with, I won't say it again, but anyway, so just to recap, I worked in healthcare sales. I've partnered with a number of healthcare professionals. I've also worked with very large budgets, and I've had to be responsible for those budgets and to see a return on investment on those budgets. I teach first aid CPR every day. I inspire people to take that step forward to help others. And I believe that I have the passion, I'm a team player, and I definitely want to work with the City Council. It would be definitely an honor to represent all of you here in Ward 8, as I am a proud resident. So thank you very much.
In conclusion, I would like to thank everyone that came out here tonight. It's nice to see that people are taking interest in their community like I do. I've been cleaning up Sudbury free of charge for 10 years now, picking up discarded pallets. My company is one of the greenest in Sudbury. We save hundreds of trees every day by recycling a product that is tossed away. Voting for me will ensure that the person you choose to represent you is someone with integrity and honesty, someone who is truly moved to your concern, someone who is ready to move full steam ahead to solve any problem Ward 8 might encounter. J'aimerais aussi vous dire un grand merci d'être venu ici ce soir. C'est encourageant de savoir qu'il y a des gens comme moi qui prennent intérêt dans leur communauté. Votez Gérald Perra pour un pas dans la bonne direction. Vote Jerry Perra for a step in the right direction. Thank you.
Monsieur Latham?
Yes, thank you. As mentioned earlier, I have years of experience in the bureaucracy. This experience will help me help the city make improvements to get things better organized so that we can serve the people better and that we can open our doors to other businesses to come into Sudbury. We should make this a vibrant, exciting community, and with your support, October 27th, I will be willing to do that. I will work hard for the residents of Ward 8 as well as the city of Greater Sudbury. My family is here. I am a neighbor of yours, and I have a vested interest in doing the right thing. Thank you.
Mr. Cullen?
Thank you, Claude, and thank you everyone for coming. And if I've missed you on your doorstep, I apologize. We'll be doing round 2 next week. Just kidding, we haven't even done round 1. In closing, with my current position, I help people and organizations every day. I hope to continue that work as your elected representative every day for the next 4 years. During this electoral process, I'm very excited to have been the only candidate that has actually been engaged in several activities, including providing the Greater Sudbury Taxpayers Association the required contacts to make tonight's event possible.